Welcome back. It is still Sports Gist right here on the Captain TV studios. It was a weekend to remember for the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, Real Madrid, even for Jude Bellingham and Romelu Lukaku. But for Pep Guardiola and his boys, they will not want a repeat of what happened yesterday. Well, I have two amazing gentlemen with me on the show today. I have the one and only Moses Abu. Good afternoon, Moses.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. I also have the one and only comedian Pajay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Sports Gist.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. It's all smiles. Oh, Moses, you're not smiling a lot today. I seem to be the one person smiling a lot.
No, you should.
Is it because you should be smiling?
It's because Chelsea actually having fun.
Sure, Chelsea made my entire weekend.
Yeah, we're having a hard time.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, I went out. I didn't really watch the game, so I was just putting it off on Foot Mob, and Chelsea was losing. I'm like, why always Chelsea? I was complaining in my head, and the next minute I'm saying 1-1, and the next thing 4-1. How did that happen? How did Chelsea get it right? Anyways, before we talk about Chelsea and all, let's talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League, or should we call it the Nigerian Premier Football League? They are confusing us.
The Nigerian Professional Football League, basically. It's been wonderful. They had a very good weekend.
Yeah.
A total of 9 home wins was recorded in match day 2. And they also had 18 goals.
Wow,
some
that's a
total
record.
of 18 goals in the league, and that's a very good record in Nigerian Premier League in just one weekend. But then Nigerian PFL, the Nigerian Premier League, being Nigerian,
I don't even understand what is happening.
Always having home wins, you know. So basically, it's actually a good one. What do you think, Moses?
Yeah, for me, I think it's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
You know, the season just started, and them starting in some fashion, it's something to look out for because the season is still very long. So I just hope they can keep up with that momentum.
All right.
Because a lot of people have, a lot of football fans in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
They've not been too impressed with the way Nigeria professional football league has been in the past.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because we've seen a lot of people, they were like, instead of me watching the league, I prefer watching the Premier League, the Bundesliga and all that. So I just hope this time around they'll be able to give us, something, to watch and enjoy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to a very good and interesting season. All
right. Yeah. Well, some results from match day 2 of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Bendel Insurance defeated Shooting Stars 2-0. Doma United also defeated Bayelsa United 2-0, while Kano Pillars defeated will I call it, is it rival? I'm not sure. Katsina United 1-0. And on Sunday, Gombe United defeated Enyimba of Aba 2-0. Akwa United played out a goalless draw against Sporting Lagos, while Kwara United, defeated Abia Warriors 1-0. What is happening to our club in Abia State? Anyways, Lobby Stars also picked up a win against Sunshine Stars, and that ended in a 2-1 win for Lobby Stars, while Niger Tornadoes defeated Rivers United 1-0. Plateau United also got a win. It was 1-0. It ended against Heartland of Owerri, while Remo Stars defeated Enugu Rangers. Yes, it wasn't looking good for our for the Igbo team, the Southeastern team, but Enyimba, Abia Warriors, Enugu all lost. And the table, it was after match day 2 of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Sporting Lagos, surprisingly, is currently topping that league, while my very own Enyimba of Aba are languishing in the bottom of the table. Previous champions now languishing bottom. Does that come to you as a shock?
This is football, basically. In football, anything can happen. They were champions in the last league season. This time, I think they're trying to balance it up because I think their top player from last season was sold to another team, I guess, in East Africa or North Africa. I can't really remember the country. But then they have a couple of new players, AJ7, actually Joseph 7, and a couple of other good and talented players. But I guess they're finding it hard to like balance up these players and making them find their, strength in the team. But I guess we just give them time. Yeah. In this short while, everything will balance up and they'll perform better.
All right, but it wasn't quite long they, picked up that victory, and the prize money has increased, and I'm sure they have something to actually fight for right now. But I'm just surprised that it's just match day 2, we shouldn't be worried. But I'm a bit worried though for the Enyimba boys.
It's the same thing with me because now the prize money has increased.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so everybody now is doubling their efforts.
Sure.
Sporting Lagos, that came all the way from relegation. Look at the way they are performing right now. They've been outstanding in just when I read one article about them, it was just like they were created not like more than 2 years ago. Yeah. And see how far they've come. And they are disturbing in as much as they drew last weekend, but they drew against Aqua United. So you should know that these people are not here to play. Everybody wants to come and collect that prize money.
Yeah. So that's a lot of millions.
Exactly.
So would you blame them would they keep up the momentum?
Hopefully, I do.
Do you see them winning the Nigerian Premier League, Moses?
Well, for me, I feel like the season is still long, and though we all expect much from Enyimba, much more than what they are doing right now. But at the same time, I feel like it's too early to write them off.
All right.
Do you understand? Because they've been there before and they know what it takes to win the league. So we should look out for them because they might come up with some surprises. Nobody wants to lose out on that big, prize at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just because I want to be a bit sentimental, just because it's my people. I really wish they, pick up momentum. Anyways, let's talk about our Nigerian players in the diaspora, how they've been faring. Let's start with the man of the moment, the man in everybody's sleeves, Victor Osimhen. Now, Napoli are already, looking at possible replacement for Victor Osimhen in the person of Gabriel Jesus. Will he score as much goals as Victor Osimhen, Moses?
Well, I don't think so, because when you look at Gabriel Jesus and Victor Osimhen, they are two different kind of player with different qualities. And for me, I feel like Victor Osimhen is more of a complete centre forward, compared to Gabriel Jesus. And I don't think Gabriel Jesus can fit into that Serie A team. And talk more of Napoli as well. We saw what Osimhen did in Napoli last season, and he did something that they've not been able to do for the past 33 years, ever since Diego Maradona left, Napoli. And even after he left, they've had great strikers, the likes of Edinson Cavani, Gonzalo Higuain, and the rest. But they thrive. They couldn't win the Scudetto for Napoli. He came, he did it, More importantly, the first African player, to win the Partenopeur trophy as well. Yeah. He was the highest goal scorer too. And, when you put all those things into context, then you'd just come to a conclusion that Osimhen is one of the top best striker in Europe right now. And I don't think Gabriel Jesus is nowhere near, that stage at this point in time. Even in the Premier League, I'm sorry to say, Gabriel Jesus is not, really that striker that a club can depend on, because number one, he's not consistent. Secondly, he's a type of player who struggles to stay fit all through the season. He has had his own fair share of injury problems ever since he joined Arsenal, and he has been struggling. So I don't think, even if Victor Osimhen is to leave Napoli, I don't think Gabriel Jesus is the right, replacement for Victor Osimhen. That's a Napoli team. And when you look at Victor Osimhen as well, what happened over the past couple of weeks in Napoli is not something that should happen to a player like Victor Osimhen, because he gave his all for Napoli. He has been this loyal servant for the club ever since he joined. He didn't just join Napoli for the sake of it. He so much fell in love with the club, and he has really proven beyond all doubt that he joined the club to play for the shirt.
Yeah.
And like he said when he released that statement last week, he said, you know, the people of Naples are like family to him right now, and you know, he doesn't have any cause of regret to join Napoli as well. But having said that, you come think of it again at the end of the day, that what Napoli did, you know, is wrong.
And disrespectful.
And disrespectful. And if I were to be Victor Osimhen, I don't think he's totally out of place to leave Napoli at the end of the season.
Sure.
Do you understand? Because the question again is that Victor Osimhen is black, he's African. If Victor Osimhen was white, would that have happened to Victor Osimhen?
If he was even Brazilian and still black, he would have been a better, you know, they would treat him better.
Do you understand?
Than what they're doing right now.
And in the past, there has been this controversy that Aurelio De Laurentiis seems like a racist. Do you understand? Because he has never for once talked anything too good or positive about African players. There was one time he said something negative about the African Cup of Nations as well.
Yeah.
When Koulibaly was still in Napoli, he said something like that about the African Cup of Nations, which people tag as, you know, a racist, racial statement. Do you understand? And now Victor Osimhen has been victimized again. That doesn't speak well of a club like Napoli. And I feel like it's high time for Osimhen to just evaluate his option at the end of the season. If he feels appreciated, well, it's up to him to stay. But for me, with the kind of talents and prospects, you know, that Victor Osimhen possesses, I feel like he deserves more.
Yeah.
And some Chelsea players have been saying they want him in Chelsea next season, but for me, I don't even want him to go to Chelsea.
I mean, Chelsea are the big money spender, so we can actually afford him. I don't want to use this word, but I feel some kind of, you know, I'm gutted in my heart in the sense that I think what they're doing to Osimhen right now, and maybe other African players, is what I want to call modern day slavery. It's like they use them, you know, they use them, and when it's going well, oh, they sing your praises, oh, Osimhen. But then when he makes a mistake, they remember that he's African and he's black, and I don't think that should be, you know, I don't think that's a good thing.
Personally, I'm very happy this is happening right now.
Yeah.
Because I've always been this person that has always been pushing for Osimhen to leave Napoli, especially
Likewise.
After last season.
Yeah.
But then it won't be, you know, just reasonable for him to just leave Napoli without any reason for him to do so. It will look like the club wants him and he is eyeing glory elsewhere.
Okay.
But right now with this one now, he has the perfect opportunity to leave Napoli and go chase this glory elsewhere. Basically, for me, I think he shouldn't go to Chelsea. If he wants to, yes, he should come to Chelsea.
And why is that?
For me personally, I feel he should go to. You don't want to Osimhen to play Champions League for like 2 seasons. No,
oh come on, Chelsea's coming up.
He should go to.
That's a bit harsh.
He should go to.
Moses, do you agree with him?
He should go to Madrid.
Well, I feel like going to Chelsea.
Yes.
I feel like Osimhen leaving Napoli and going to Chelsea is a step backward for him in his career at this moment, at this point in time.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you guys.
If he goes to Madrid now, he has Vinicius Junior, he has Bellingham, he has Rodri. Do you know what it is?
You have Rodrigo and you have the rest
regardless
as well.
of where he moves to, I just want to see him succeed. So
Exactly.
that's it.
Exactly. And for his counterpart, his brother.
Yes, let's talk about someone else that is making the green flag.
His brother Victor Boniface, my guy, from Bayern Leverkusen. They're both, you know, funny enough, they're both Nigerians. They both play in Europe, and both of them are from Edo State. So,
oh wow! Shout out to our Edo people, making us proud out there.
They saw on the pitch, and then they saw in the air. Excuse me.
And they still see at home.
No, like I mean, they fly on the pitch.
And they fly in it.
You get that?
Those are your words, not mine.
Okay, but then Victor Boniface has always been outstanding. And since he got to Bayern Leverkusen, he's been scoring goals. He's been scoring exceptional goals, outstanding goals, and with his funny celebration, he's making a name for himself. You understand? And it's actually a thing of joy for me because the both of them have been called up to the Super Eagles team for our international friendly. So I would still like to see them play together, so they can fuse and, you know, get to understand each other when they play as teammates in the Super Eagles. So it's a very big one for the both Victors. All
right, very good one for both They're both victors.
Yeah,
It just dawned on me that
yeah.
they're both victors.
Of course.
Well, it was a win for Chelsea. Yes, up Blues. And I am super duper excited. It was also a win for Manchester United. Now let's talk about
Fortunately.
Mark Tomine. Now,
Yeah.
after his brilliant performance against what did they even play against? Against Brentford. Yes, sorry. Yeah, people already started saying, you know what, give him his Ballon d'Or.
Exactly.
Wait, was that being too ambitious from Manchester United fans?
Jean, I've actually loved the fact that McTominay has always been this person that steps up when you need him. There was this point where I was saying this about McTominay in his country. You see McTominay scoring braces,
Yeah.
scoring goals. When he comes to the United team, he also scores at least 1 or 2 goals, in as much as he doesn't really have that time to play too much with the fact that we have Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes in the team. But then last weekend he also displayed his intelligence and his brilliance. He scored 1 goal that was cancelled, and at that point I was like, oh my God, please God, just help. And in less than 4 minutes,
Yeah.
he scored a brace for Manchester United, and which helped us to win the game. And I was very happy, because if we had lost that game, I knew people that were ready to drag me
Okay, so
on social media.
So here's the funny part, yeah?
Yeah.
I had texted Moses just, let's say, 10 seconds before McTominay scored the winning goal.
Okay.
I wanted to throw him.
Like,
Sorry,
I expected
Moses.
that from Chelsea fans, because they were even winning. They
Of
were-
course. Yeah.
And it felt so good.
Everything happened within 4 minutes. He scored the
It
first
happened
goal
so
93
quick.
minutes, then the
Yeah.
second one 97 minutes. And when he scored the winning goal, a lot of we're happy, because we couldn't afford to lose that match.
Yes.
Considering the fact that Chelsea won, right?
And Chelsea have not lost in, like, oh my
And
God.
exactly.
So
So-
Mudryk has scored.
Mudryk has
This one
scored,
oh
yeah.
my God, we don't have anything to
Jackson
to
has
Chelsea.
scored and all
Yeah.
that. So it's a big win for Manchester United. It's like a big relief for us, considering the fact that we are
Yeah,
going
definitely was.
for international break, and McTominay as well as being a player who has come in and done what is expected of him. And we all know what he has done for Scotland as well.
Yeah,
So
sure.
and sometimes I just ask myself, why does the coach bench him sometimes? Because
Okay.
we all know what he's capable of doing. He's a midfielder, but he can score goals, just the way Bellingham scored goals for Real
Yeah.
Madrid. He scored goals as well for Manchester United, and not just winning the match for Manchester United. He's the first Manchester United player to ever score 2 stoppage time goal, in one single match. It has never happened in the history of Manchester United.
I think at this stage, let's just give him his Ballon d'Or already.
Osimhen was also
Well, anyways-
nominated for that Ballon d'Or, yeah?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
of course.
We're not giving it to him. Osimhen.
He's not even among the nominees. We were just like making jokes. Anyways, the tricky part of that particular, encounter was the fact that manager Erik ten Hag preferred,
Yeah.
what's his name, Amrabat in that role. But
Yeah,
they brought him in.
it's understandable, because the reason why the coach uses Amrabat was because Manchester United don't have a left back right now.
Okay.
Luke Shaw is injured. Tyrell Malaysia is injured. Reguilon is injured as well.
Yeah.
So there's nobody who can fill in that space. And ever since Amrabat joined Manchester United, ever since he was fit, he came back. He has been playing 3 for Man United. So I don't think it will be too good for McTominay to play 3 for Manchester United. And even though Amrabat played at 3, he has been exposed so many times.
Yeah.
That's just for you to know that Manchester United right now, they don't have somebody who can play the left back. Can play 3 for Man United.
Okay.
So I feel like him removing Amrabat and bringing in McTominay was like a tactical change for Man United, because at that point in time we just need to score goals.
And
you
it
understand?
worked.
And
It
it
worked out
worked. Yeah,
perfectly.
it worked. So, and that's just for you to know, Manchester United, there's this team who, at a point or in moments where you least expect them to come up with a magic.
Do you agree with him?
Even though Manchester United, they are not that team who are doing so well at this point in time.
Yeah.
Manchester United can
But-
do exactly what. Sorry for cutting
You guys
you.
are the comeback
But
kids.
they- no, they can actually do more. They can actually
We can do more,
You
yeah.
understand? If people like Rashford can
Step up.
step up their
Yeah.
game and play exceptionally well, because Rashford has been somebody that has been disappointing me over a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've had him give late passes, wrong passes.
Yeah.
Okay, scored these goals. He has been playing off target. Like, I don't know. He's out of form right now.
Yeah, I feel like Rashford's decision making is very poor. Do you understand? And it's high time for the coach to just bench him at least for a couple of we have young players who are hungry. We have Garnacho, we have Pelistri.
And
do you understand?
I figured out he drops Garnacho on the bench.
Yes,
he brings Garnacho later, and
we could see the match in the Carabao Cup where he uses Garnacho, Pelistri, and the rest, and they were clinical enough. You know, they were able to score goals, they were able to create chances, and that's the type of wingers we need right now. I understand for a fact that it's been a while that we have a natural nine, like Højlund, and maybe for that reason it's been difficult for some players to understand that we have a nine, so you have to pass. You don't just dribble and shoot. So right now those players just need to come to terms that at this point in time, especially Rashford, he needs to pass.
Remember that,
he needs to remember that and needs to pass, because like he said, he has been wasteful. There are some ball you see Rashford and you expect him to pass, but he will just shoot.
Look at the one
for
he
no
was
reason.
supposed to give to Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah,
he was free.
He was free.
Rashford delayed that ball, then later passed it very late, and then he didn't even still pass it accurately. I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
I think they've sung his praises too much, and it's affecting his game right now. Anyway, some results from the match day 8 of the English Premier League. Luton Town lost at home to Tottenham Hotspur and it ended 0-1. Burnley was annihilated by Chelsea and it ended 4-1 in favor of Chelsea. Everton has picked up form. Surprisingly, they defeated Bournemouth 3-0, while Fulham also got a win against Sheffield. It ended 3-1. Manchester United, McTominay with those 2 late goals gave United all 3 points against Brentford, while Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest played out a goalless draw. On Sunday, Brighton played out a 2-0 draw against Liverpool. West Ham also played out a 2-0 draw against Newcastle United, while Wolves also played out a draw against Aston Villa, while Arsenal defeated Manchester City 1-0, courtesy of Martinelli's goal. Now, after that game, during the press conference, Pep Guardiola was asked how he felt about that particular defeat. And he replied them saying, you guys, what should be in the news right now is the fact that Arsenal finally picked up a win against Man City after trying 12 times.
Yeah. And that's
justifiable, right?
That's crazy, because they've tried to do 12.
Well, Arsenal currently topping the league alongside fellow North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur, while Man City drops to the 3rd place. Let me start with you, Moses. Your thoughts on that particular game?
Well, for me, I think it's a big relief for Arsenal because they've tried since 2015. The last time they won against Manchester City was 2015. And ever since then, they've not been able to win a single match against Manchester City in the Premier League. Manchester City have scored 3 goals against Arsenal, over the course between that 2015 and before yesterday's match. Do you understand? And for us not to win that match, it's not just them winning, but doing it against a club like Manchester City, managed by Pep Guardiola.
Yes,
it's something like it's a big difference.
It's a case of the teacher.
Do you understand?
Against his students, and this time out, his students came out victorious. No,
Yes, actually come out victorious twice then.
Really?
FA Cup.
Yeah, Community
Shield. Community Shield, and this one now.
Okay, so here's the funny thing, a couple of weeks ago, I was predicting that the only person that can actually challenge Pep Guardiola for the league this season has to be Jurgen Klopp. But I'm going to change my mind right now. I think Mikel Arteta, Jurgen Klopp, and Gabe Postecoglou, these men, they are not joking this season.
Yeah, for me, I don't want to get too carried away with Arsenal's, winnings at this point in time, because Arsenal, they've done it. They did much more than this last season.
Okay.
Over the past couple of seasons, Arsenal, they always play very well at the beginning of the season, but at some point, it's like they lack, that will I say, consistency. They don't know how, like, they lack that winning mentality, how to hold on to, you know, the win and just hold on to the momentum till when
I think they tried. Sorry,
finishes.
coach. I think they tried holding on, but I think what they actually lack is that finishing touch.
So
and
when you look at Manchester City, even last season they didn't start so well. The season started so very slow for them, and they were just breaking up points, you know, picking up points, and at some points you just see Manchester City blowing everybody, you know, away. And I wouldn't say it's going to be like that this season.
All right,
it's not going to be easy for them, because when you look at that Manchester City team right now, they have some problems. You know, the likes of Rodri is suspended, and it was when Rodri got suspended that was when some of us got to know.
So you're saying when he comes back, everything goes back to normal.
Rodri is that engine, you know, that's
driving force
in that midfield. You know, ever since he has not been available for selection, you see Manchester City struggle. Not just him alone, the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne's absence, I would say it has contributed to Erling Haaland's goal drought. Do you understand? Because he has been
surprisingly, Haaland has struggled to score goals. Well, as much as I want to agree with you, I think Tottenham, Arsenal and Liverpool will give Man City a run for their money this season. Well, that's the much we can take on the show, guys. Thank you so much, Paje. Thank you so much, Moses, for being on the show with me.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to our amazing viewers. Let's do this again, same time, same station tomorrow. I remain Dearest Mba. Do have a wonderful day.
Thank you.